Don't just spoil anyone's picture. A Scotch flyer. Have a good time, you weren't it?
Scotch flyer!
Would that be a bog? Them buttresses would have been to support the floor beams and then floorboards across. September, yes, welcome to September's first vlog, although it's not a vlog. I'm absolutely weary. So like last Sunday, after last Saturday's little excursion to the KW VR, I'm having a rest. I just feel knackered. I actually managed to get into the doctor's last week and I've got an appointment for a scan on my legs, on my varicose veins, a swelling on my ankle which is very painful, and this general feeling knackered. I mean, I'm 58 and a half, other people have had heart bypass operations, haven't they, by the time they get to my age. What did I do this weekend? Not a lot. Yeah, Ginger. Are you quite comfortable there on your shelf? With your beaver? Are you crying? Go on, say something. Little Ginger. Yeah, cat's life, that'd be better, wouldn't it? Taking it easy all day. Yeah. You got an itch? Yeah, baby. Yeah, what's happened there? Plants died and it's been choked by grass, but because cats chew grass when they're ill, I thought I'll leave it. Little bite, yes, that's the MOT. Week on Wednesday. Should pass, I think. And I just changed the oil for the first time yesterday. I got some cheap oil. In fact, I got some a while back, but I thought I'll get a full new litre of it, and I could have used that. It's nearly a litre there. £5, 1040 mineral engine oil. Well, as it's only a little commuting to work by, I thought, why get bloody 5 litres or pay £15 for a litre of Castrol or something. So I just put cheap stuff in. Is that a mistake? It's only a 6.5, 7 mile commute to work, and I rarely use it for anything else, so we're all cutting costs, aren't we? We're all terrified of the October 1st huge rise in bills for the bloody gas and liquor. What's going on in this mad out of a country? Bumbling Boris a Bullingdon boy, looking after all his mates. 170 million profit the fuel companies are making. I've cancelled my direct debit actually. They've just taken out September's payment, £75, and they keep saying it's going to have to go up. Well, it isn't, sorry. I've cancelled it. And what they'll get next month, if there isn't any kind of rescue package on the cards, is what I consider to be a fair amount, and I'll pay on my credit card. Stick the bills up their arse like penguins do. Greedy bastards. They said it isn't them though, they said it's the extractors that are making all the money, not the supply as well. I suggest you get onto the extractors then and complain. We're not in a position to do anything, are we? Although in Europe, looking online, there's been big riots and protests in the streets in Prague, France, Italy. What do we do? Nothing. Because we're all rather spineless, aren't we, in this country? Or you get locked up with the hopeless police. Murderers are running around doing as they please, not captured. Drug dealers, you turn a blind eye to it. London's awash with cocaine gangs. And yet if you dare to protest about anything, you get locked up for 6 months. Bobby, come here, Bobby. Come on, goodbye. Should be in Blackpool, shouldn't I, going through the lights? I thought of doing it, but like I said, I'm just weary. Oh, I'm on the early shift. A little baby. Yeah, baby. They're both off the food. Keep buying food and they will live outside wild because the weather's nice. They lounge around in the sunshine. The food goes off. If I leave it outside, it's full of bloody flies. What's wrong, Bobby? Why are you leaving your food? You waste of bloody money. £4.50 a box for Felix. Are you on a diet? Silly Bobby. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a little update. And after last week's Saturday excursion to the KWVR, I think I had 4 comments. And then the chap from the KWVR, Jim Shipley, commented and his comments disappeared. Sorry if I offended you, Jim, but I tend to talk shite just to make conversation. We're all getting older, aren't we? A little baby, you like being scratched there. Yes, I've just been down to Aldi. And because it's a new month, I normally treat myself to something. Last month I was going rather mad, getting carried away with Bernard Cribbin stuff. I bought 8 autographs and a signed book by Jenny O'Gutter of her photographs. And one of the autographs Bernard and Sally had signed it, but not Jenny, so I sent it to her PA in Twickenham. And she said, oh, Jenny's happy to sign stuff in return for a donation to one of her charities. And Jenny's apparently got the gene for cystic fibrosis, a very nasty condition. Although she's not actually ill with it, it's in her system though. Risk of passing it on, I think she has a son. So I sent 20 quid and I said, when it's returned, I'll donate another 20 quid. And it came back on Saturday. And it's a 10 by 8, Bernard signed it here, Sally signed it there, got it off eBay for 30 quid. And Jenny signed it here, but a Sharpie pen is sort of run out. And it's just 2 squiggles. I thought, bloody hell. But she did send a little note. I sent that little booklet, The Making of the Railway Children film, by Jim Shipley, that chap. And I said, you might like a copy of this if you don't already have one. You'll find it very interesting, I'm sure. And she sent a little note on a slip. Dear Stephen, thank you very much for the little booklet, The Making of the Railway Children. It brought back lots of happy memories. Here is your signed photograph back. It's a lovely picture of Bernard. Love and best wishes, Jenny. So that's worth 40 quid, isn't it, to me? I'm not going to sell it. I think they're worried about people selling them on because it says they will be dedicated to you, so they can't be sold on. But that's not the case, it's just a nice little thing to have. Lovely lady, isn't she, Jenny? And the DVD of the new film, the follow-up, the Return of the Railway Children, is out on October 3rd. It's had a few bad reviews, but they probably haven't seen the original, that's why. You need to see the original to get an idea of what the new one's about, I think, or certainly give you a better understanding, a better grip on the story, what it's all about. And if there's any parallels to the original. One of the complaints on YouTube says, it shows a train pulling, zooms in on its wheels, and then in the next scene it's a different train. Well, so what? You know, why go into minute detail? The editor probably just put little things in afterwards, thinking it doesn't matter, you're not meant to scrutinise every last second and every frame of the film, are you? Yeah, Bobby. Not rained, has it? As predicted. A few of my flowers have died due to lack of regular watering. In fact, I'll not on a hosepipe ban, are we? I think I'll get the hosepipe out and give them a squirt. Go and eat your food, Bobby. Yes, I've had a can of Foster's. It says Melbourne, but it's actually brewed. It says brewed in Europe. Melbourne, that's where my niece is. Come and get your food, Bobs. Little baby. I must be getting old or something. Or my arteries are clogged. Excuse the mess. I'm going to clear all that lot into the recycling. Oh, that'd be interesting in the paper. You know, I like history. Not that girl's body. Although that's interesting. Look at that. A couple in a house from the 1600s were messing around under the floorboards and have found a hoard of how many? 264 gold coins with Oliver Cromwell and Charles I, Charles II on, and they're all in mint condition, worth at least £250,000. Imagine finding a hoard under your floorboards and it says it's theirs. Sometimes you have to declare it to the bloody coroner and you might have it taken away, but wow. All I found in this old house from 1855 was a heating stove, a plug-in electric stove from the 50s. I think it was a GEC. And because it was a rubber cable and rubber plug, it had all rotted. So I threw it in the bin. Yeah, that's what I got from Aldi. Instead of Jägermeister, Krautmaster, that's a bit cheeky, but it is a German company, so it can't be an insult. Krautmaster, so I've had a little taste of it. Not really up to much. And a bottle of Ballycastle, which I'll put in my coffee when I get home from work. Now then, this autograph. I put it in there temporarily with the other Bernard ones. Can you see? Can you see? It's a sort of a J-E-Y G. Can you see? Can you see? Focusing. It doesn't really matter, you know, but I expected it to be a full signature like they're neat, aren't you? Bernard Cribbins and Sally's are nice and neat. Anyway, like I said, she sends a little note as well, which is on that shelf of my local history books, photo books, Railway Children collection, Jenny's book, Bernard's autobiography, which was helped by James Hogg, and that sand. I saw this last time. I have little, not crazes exactly, but little interests that sort of fade away. So I think I'll draw a line under the railway children stuff. Now I've got all them bits and pieces. The other items were my Viewmasters, 3D stuff from the 40s, 50s and 60s. What else? Victoriana in general. But with these bills coming up, I'm afraid I'm cutting back on my spending. That's melted nicely, hasn't it? Anyway, it's time for tea. I'll put the telly on and I've got a curry, but I've also got some flavoured prawns from Aldi. You know, them frozen curries. So sorry, no bites this week. But I'm just weary and my heart isn't really in it anymore. I watched Ainsworth Ryder and Derek. Well, they're both retired, aren't they? So they've got the time and the energy to go up to the Lake District, whereas I'll be working for the next 10 years probably, dragging myself out to bed in the early hours. So that's why I'm weary, that's why they're full of beans. I wish I could go up to the lakes for a couple of days. It'd be marvellous, wouldn't it? Especially as the nice weather's kept up. Bye for now. So there we are. Apology for not uploading anything bike related on a regular basis. Bye for now.